Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and I've come on here today because I've been working on something and I just sort of wanted to, well, I thought it might work, so I had to go first because I haven't really actually achieved the thing, but I'm going to keep continuing on with what I've been doing. I have a lot of bits, you know, like, this was nice, stuck to the thing. Pieces, pages, that's a bit of cardboard, we don't need that. Things like this, I bought these online actually. I think somebody might have gave me one or two. I've got bags, I've got here, it's stuff. That's not going to be in the story, that one here. I've got bits of ephemera, you know, all these pieces. See these bits here? All these bits. More. I've got boxes. I've got boxes of it. I really have. I'm not using any of it because when I go to make something, I make it with what I want it to go in there. Okay. So I've decided that I'm going to. Oh look! See, I just found another box of stuff over here. Oh, look at this. Okay, so I forgot about this. So anyway, I've seen somebody do this previously and I don't know who. I'm sorry, because it was a while back now and I was thinking about it this morning, how would I put pages together if I didn't, you know. So I'm going to do this here thingy. I'm going to do it one first, then I'll show you what I've been doing, okay? Right, now this is a piece of, you know, it's one of those cards, what do you call it? Oh dear, index card. Okay, right, it's been a big day. Well, partly there. Now I'm going to sew, we're going to do a lot of sewing, because see, you don't want to miss your picture. I might cut a bit off the top and the bottom of this. This is a beautiful little book. I have a few pages like this. I think I've sewed one on. I don't know what it is that we're making. It's a journal of some sort. It's like it's going to be, you're going to be able to write in it. Yeah. Didn't even measure that. Well, see, it's going to be like that too. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about measuring, or I've got to stop looking about here to see what I can see here. So it's not good. I've collected up enough stuff. I really have. So we don't want to lose any of that. So we're going to put the fabric on this side here. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue on. Use glue stick because you don't want glue to be stuck in your to get stuck in your needle or whatever. Now I've only just put that over about half an inch. I've got a fair way. I'm just doing that to keep it there because if you put pins in it, it'll have holes, right? So once you make the hole, when you're sewing with this, you're going to have to be committed to keep going with it because you can't make another one. It won't work for you. Where is my roll of thread that I'm using? I've got some on here, but I wanted to show you what I had. And I want to use it again when I find it. Oh, dear me. What do I do with that? It's probably on the floor. Everything keep... Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, it's a variegated one, which is a good idea, I suppose, if you've got any. Because and it's like a crochet one. It's variegated. And the colours look really cool, I reckon. There's a big knot. Have a big knot. We're going to have a big knot. We're going to have knots and things, you know. So just come up through the back with your knot. And we're going to make nice big stitches. Because that's the idea of the thing. You want to have the stitches. We don't want to be hiding anything, okay? We want the stitches. And then I haven't worked out yet what I'm going to do with it. It's somewhere there in my head, you know, how I'm going to put it into a spine. It'll be right, it'll be fine. I'm going to sew it in. I mean, I know a lot of people don't sew, but look, this is just a needle and a piece of thread, so I can't make a mistake. When you poke the hole through, you have to go ahead with it and use it, otherwise you're going to make a hole in your page. You can have a hole in the page, so there's no rules on that. And I'm just going to end up here with two. Now that didn't take very long, did it? I mean, I've been, you know, I've had this stuff for so long, and I don't really want to make a journal, stick it all in journals, because then you've got all that double sort of work, so I might as well do this way, and then I'm not doing all the double work. I don't know why, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. Cut a bit off the top and a bit off the bottom, okay? Now, I've never used, so I two-dyed these ages ago, but didn't use them, and because anything I made wasn't quite what I wanted in it, so I'm going to stick that one down there, and you can use it for journaling space. Quite and totally different from what I've just made, hey? But that's good, isn't it, to get away from the same things? Because I stick to the same things when I'm sewing. I'm shocking. I keep going back to the same colours, but that's okay too. It's my way, I suppose. I've made a few journals in these sort of earthy, might say earthy sort of tones. I don't know. Just made a few like this. I have, and I'm not going. I've got to tell you, I'm not going to put my stuff on it. I just don't know why. I tried to do it yesterday. And my mouse stopped working on my computer, and I can't use that front bit. So I didn't do it. I haven't put it up yet. I haven't put my stuff up there yet. I've got about 4. I've got 4 journals, and I don't want to put them up. I'm just not going. I don't know why. They're all, you know, I can't keep them all. That's only 4 of what I'm putting up. I've got more. I haven't got the gypsy ones finished yet. And look at me. Here I am going doing nothing. But you know what? I can't not do that. That's just how I am. Okay? This one here is a tiny, weeny bit difficult to put in, but not hard at all. You know, you got more paper to worry about. I'm trying to keep the stitches about an inch. Not an inch, about a half an inch or a centimetre or something, whatever that is. And in line, keep it in line. Don't make it go too far to the side here. Okay? You could just go in and out there like that. Because you could sew it on the machine, but that's not the look that I'm going for. It's not the look that I'm heading for. I'm just looking for this look, which I've... it's somewhere in my head, you know. All right, so... Beautiful day here today. It's going to be 20 degrees. It's 20. Wow. Still cold, but 20's good. And sunshine, brilliant. Be able to go out next week for a minute, hopefully. Hopefully there's no germs out there. I'm going to go up to the can assist thing again. I'm going up there twice a week if I can. They're late. No, I went last week, didn't I? Didn't go twice, I only went once. So I might go twice next week. I don't know. It just depends, you see. If you go out there, I don't know if I put the haul video up, you probably would have seen it by now, but I did get some good stuff from Vinnie's last week. I went there when there you go, look at that. There's me page, that's a signature. Only one page in that signature. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I've got carried away, you see, haven't I? I've put a piece of my... This is a piece of my, what's the name? I don't even know what these things are now. Stenciling. There's a bit of stenciling there. And see, that I just did that and just was hanging around, so I thought, well, might as well. There's a bit of that little book page. I got these really nice pictures. I showed you one a minute ago. They're like pages that I bought, and I think somebody gave me one, and this has got there's a good pocket in there. You can put goodies in. You want to use the pocket. There's the little one that I just did, the little push cat. I think it's the one I just did. Oh no, that one there might be the one I just did. There's this one here. This is another one with these nice pictures on. So he's got pictures on both sides. I've actually stuck that down, but I'm going to leave it like that because it looks like an envelope because it is one. And I'm just going to cut down the side there so that can be a pocket in the side. I'll do that. I'll show you them in a minute. I'll show them a bit better in a minute. What I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to have one of these whole things here, aren't we? I'll put it right on in the middle of both pieces. You reckon? Yeah. Because if I decorate it, it's not going to have a lot of Well, there's a bit of decoration, but not a lot, because I still want to see the bare bones of the thing, if you know what I mean. So we've got that one and that one. I didn't realise I'd put 3 of those little book pages in here. 4, actually, yeah. Now I've made it something that I wasn't actually aiming for. Is that all I've done? Oh dear, I thought I did more than that. Thought I'd been lots busy this morning. Okay, well there's still more to go, isn't there? Look, this one. I've got 1, which is the back. And there's the front. Look at that. That's nice. 2. That's a blank one. We don't want a blank. We need a blank one. I might put that one there. That one there. So that's that one. Do I want them 2 colours, or do I want to break it up with? Might break it up with this. What do you reckon? There we go. Now that. Okay. Now this is not going to go together this way, all right? This won't be going together like this, because that's not how I'm going to sew it in. I'm just showing you. It's really ducky. I do like this, you know, so this is not how it's going in, but so why don't I just show you the right way? It's going to be sewn in each one of these, right? And when I was doing this, I wasn't sort of thinking about that, because if I've got 2 the same together, so I'm going to sew this up, and then we're going to have the pages turn like that. Is that right? Or, wait a minute now, we won't get excited, because we might do something different. Hang on, Sonia, wait a minute. Let's just get excited now. Righto. So they're there like this. You've got all these back bits on them, right? Got to cut that. Got to take this off here. Or not. Wait a minute. Oh no, I haven't cut it down. Let's cut it down a bit. This one here. I cut my strings off. I was leaving my strings and my knots. I'm thinking stitch through there onto the piece that's a lot wider than that, of course, in there like that, you know. So that's how you would do a stick-on one, you know, when they do when they glue them into books and things or whatever, and they glue pages in. So I'm going to sew that into there, then sew that one on there, and that one there, and that one there, and that one there. What do you reckon? But I'll have to change them around because I've mixed them up again. That'll work. Now I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's only 24 pages. I might do a couple more, just a few different sort of ones so you can see what. Now I painted that because I didn't. Oh, it says things underneath there. It says family and life begin, because it was red. I didn't want to leave it red, so I painted that. I don't think I want to put the fairy in. I think I'll leave her out. I might put this in here. I've put acetate and put the lady on there. I don't know if I put her in or not. She hasn't got something on both sides. I thought that was one that I did with both sides, because I did some with both sides. We could use this one today. We could put that in there, I suppose. I don't know if I'm a big fan of me painting. Hang on a minute. I do have a lot of these cards, a real lot of these cards, but I like them. So instead of covering them up, well, I suppose I could put them in. You can actually make the page, so you've got a nice page in. So I'll put a bit of glue down that, stick that on there like so. Really, really simple, really fun and easy. While I'm waiting, I'm going to put a little bit of glue around this, not with that because it might go everywhere. While I'm sewing that side, I'm going to put a little bit of glue so I can dry this side. That's not the right one either. Just put a little bit so I don't put too much on it. I don't want it bursting out everywhere. Now, I coffee dyed, or I think I coffee dyed these. Maybe it was tea. Oh, really? Come on. I didn't know you'd be... Stop. Come out there, glue. Okay, here we go. Right. I do like playing with paper. Love playing with paper. Did not enough in fabric. I just do like it. It's just how that is. I see the way I am. Now that'll go there. Righto. So let's put some string in. String, thread, rope, cotton. There's a bit of cotton. You can use whatever sort you want. It doesn't make it any difference. I try to make sure now that your needle is fat enough, thick enough, the bar of the needle, so you've got both the same size, okay? Don't lick the end of your thread, it'll make it fatter. I just stuck the needle in myself, don't do that, hurt. It'll only make it thicker. When you wet it, it swells up, so I do it all the time, but I've started, I've threaded it without doing that this time. Wasn't I good? Okay, so now we're going to sew through this. This is going to be a little bit harder to get through because it's thicker card, but that's okay. I'll do this part first. It says line coffee. Interesting. Line coffee. Okay. There you go. Okay. I'm quiet, by the way. Been busy this morning. Been in here since real early. I got up at 7 o'clock. Had to. My old body doesn't like laying around in bed. Can't stand it. I've got to get up and move about. I get stuck actually. The other day when I come home, because I couldn't get my legs to move. It was that because of the cold and the arthritis in them and that, so I could not, do you understand that? I tried to move my legs because they were stuck. Not good. It's all good though now. I can't sit in the same, I shouldn't be sitting in the same place and not moving too while I'm sitting here, because I should move my legs about more because I get stuck and I can't get up. But anyway, summertime's coming and I'll be able to move about. Only thing wrong with this is I want to go swimming and I don't think we can because people have got germs and, you know. Oh dear, it's not fair, is it? Do I want that this way or... okay, so we'll put a bit of glue along there with a glue stick along here. I wonder who the lady was I seen do. She didn't actually do this though. She was doing something else, and I thought, oh, whoops, I wasn't going to do that, but I am now, and that's not what I planned. I planned on sticking it both on the same side. But now they're both, yeah, that's all good. They're both different now. This is different. I've done it different. Oh dear, nobody panic. It's not the same, is it? Oh, it's okay. It still will work, won't it? It's just going to fold still, isn't it? Make sure you have enough room in here to do stitching, you know, in those two parts there. So I'm using this piece of calico because it goes with all this sort of thing, these colours. Put a knot and sew down this. And then I don't know what I'm going to be using for a cover for this, but I'm going to make something. I tried to find a book. I've already gutted some and I have some covers, but they're nowhere near this little. And I don't want to cut it down because that's a bit painful. So I made a hole now. Oh dear, I took it out. Oh well, it'll be fine, won't it? You can see the hole there. Got to be careful, Sonia. I'm sure I'll have more than one hole in the thing. I'm going to show you as if it works. I should have put on that timer. But I know what's going on, I think, with the timer. I'm going to know. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to try, how I'm going to sew them in. Okay? We're going to try that in a minute. And I'm going to see how I go. And then I might go in along and do some decorating. Don't want to put too much stuff in it, though. Like, well, you know me. Ah dear, it's fun though. I'll just make more, hey? Should finish some of these others, but I've got 3 still that I haven't finished, okay? But I'm going to be working on them as well. I just do a bit of a night time, and that now I've started doing more of a night. Sort of not really watching TV, but while I'm watching TV, I'm going to put this one in too, I think. It'll give a bit of texture, a bit of interest. I really like the postcard on the back. Should I throw one of these in here? Without the... oh, look, I've got another one of these. Okay, right. Another bag. Ticket. I'm going to take the string off this. It's annoying. It's an annoying string. We'll see, what am I going to do with all these? I might as well make pages out of them. Where is more calico? I might have to tear a bit more. Right, there we go. I've used all them bits. How wide is this now? Give me a look. There you go. I'll tell you in a minute after I cut it. I'll measure it and tell you what I've done with mine. It's a tiny bit over an inch. An inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a quarter. Yeah. Maybe that's a bit wider than what I had the other one, but that doesn't matter because I'm not going to cover up. See, I can put this on the back of there and I still got what's on the front, haven't I? So while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to glue this on here. Glue it down. Don't know what I'm going to do with the paper. I think I'll be able to do something really cool with these papers after, don't you reckon? We'll see what happens, eh? You know what? I've got that much stuff going on here, and I'm very sorry about this, but I found this here that I was making. Look, haven't finished it yet. I forgot all about it. I really did. I forgot all about that. So I'll come back and finish it, I promise. I don't know if I was in some sort of a challenge or whatever. I don't know. It didn't occur to me, but I just found that the other day. I thought, oh my goodness me, I put it up there, see, I completely forgot about it. Oh well. Because I got so many things that I'm doing and thinking about all the time. I guess that's why, it wasn't in my head. It was all out of my head. I've got to get the ink off myself here. Oh, that's a nice piece of paper. These are nice too. Look at these nice pieces of paper. But I'm going to be able to stick them onto here or something and make a little pad or something, aren't I? Yes, there's lots of things you can do with it. Lots of things these junk journals you can do with junk journals. Now I was looking at somebody else today and she was explaining about what junk journals are. Now at first they started out that people putting old envelopes and your mail and stuff like that, and probably advertisement things and other sort of stuff. And they used to make the journals out of things like that, the cardboard off your cereal boxes and things. Anyway, now, I watched her, she did this in 2017, this video that I was looking at. And then, and still now, they are actually considered just papers, whether you can use all the different sort of papers that you want to. And now this is a non-disclosure on the fact that I'm not authority on this. I'm just saying what the lady said, and she said the same thing, that everybody's got a different idea. So this is just what I agree with this, because I think we do these things. It's things that we put together to make a journal. And she said, and then you put your junk in it. You give it away, and then people collect up their bits and pieces and put in there, and that's right. See, so that's what they are now, sort of. Okay, and that's why you can do whatever you like. We're putting scrapbook and paper in them and fabric and everything, because it's just so fun, isn't it? It's just so much fun. I'm really making these stitches in line with these, in line with them little lines, sort of. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what it's all about, eh? Junk jewellery. And she's also mentioned a few other ones too, different, to give you descriptions of what her take on all this was, you know, because there's scrapbooking and junk journaling and there's, don't belong skinny books, what are they called? I got nothing, I'm sorry. Shouldn't say things unless I know what I'm talking about, should I? Might stick it on that side. What is it? Traveller's notebooks and things like that. And that's what people make, all different sorts of things. And it is quite good fun, eh? Because a lot of us, I think, like pencils and papers and stuff. I don't know whether it's something that because we grew up with them at school or not. I used to love having a desk set up even after I left home in one of the spare rooms or whatever when I was younger, and to have my own place for doing writing or stuff like that, you know, because I was just in my machine, and I've always been liking this sort of thing, but till I discovered the junk journaling, and now I've just, well, I think I'm going okay with it. I just, when I come on here, I just didn't really know about it to start with. I did a lot of lace books and things like that, but I really like the junk journal idea. It's no rules and it's fun. And you can use so many different things in it, can't you? And when I was sewing this down here, I had an idea, but it was too late then because I don't think I should, excuse me, bother with that. I thought I could put sequences or something on here as I'm going, but I might have to do it later because this needle won't go through the sequence. We'll see what we'd put here. You know, you never know. I might put a bit of anything. I've got another piece of work that I'm working on too. Night time I found the other day that I hadn't quite finished yet. So, because I finished the sewing one, as you know, and you will see that after this or before this. I don't know when I put it up. I got it done. I think I'll put it up before this one. And that I will put it up before this. Whoa, I have to have that hole there. Oh my goodness. Oh, Sonya. Oh, well. It's all in the crafting experience, isn't it? Now, this will either be a good idea or a funny one, you know. It'll either work or it won't. But I think it might work somehow. I do believe it's going to work for me. This is a way of embellishing it without having the pages. I'm just using the embellishments, aren't I? Well, those tickets and that, they can be the page. Yeah. The page. I'm going to have a drink of water. I better have a mouthful of water. And just move my leg a bit. There were so many other ideas for journals that I want to do, and then I come back to this. I wanted to, well, it shouldn't take me long to do this. I'll be finished this in a minute, or not. How many pages do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do another one. 7. I like this bag. It's too big against that one. How about that? Shopping reminder. But you write on the back. I'll make it about the same size. I don't want it to be too much bigger. Oh yeah. That'll be right. It's the same as that, eh? Yeah. And then I'd probably cut down this bag here, I think. Just so it'll be a different sort of a pocket. So I'm going to have to do that first, don't I? If I can do it without making it look a bit hideous. Oh, hang on, I want that side so you can see that. Oh, you can see it. It's going to be on the other side too. Haha. Down this tiny bit further. That's not straight, is it, Sonia? Fix it now, fix it. There we go. Do you think I can tear this? You do. Careful, careful. Careful, careful. Very good. Now I'm going to put this down here. Do I need this cut down a bit shorter? Maybe. Yeah, it's a lot higher than the rest of them, isn't it? I'll just trim that off there a bit. I'll take a bit off the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to sew this one here first. Might have to cut this back a bit. It might look just to trim it a bit neater. Oh, now I'm going to use this side to sew. Sew that side, Sonia, because you've put sewing on that side. Right. Oh, is it too high? Just a tiny bit, isn't it? I'll cut that bit off. Can you eyeball this? Let's see how I go, I suppose. It would be taking me a couple of seconds just to reach down and get that thing, but no. I have to fiddle around here, don't I? It's not going to cut if it's not straight either. Well, I didn't want to put the thing because I've got glue on that. And I don't need that bit, I just need this piece here, making it in the round here. That's alright. That worked out okay, didn't it? Right, now give me this. Stick that on there. My cat wants to go out in the lounge room. Hubby should be out there. Been out there doing a bit of work today. Been aerating the lawn. Come in there and said to me, I did it. He did a whole heap yesterday and he got a really bad sore foot because he was pushing the fork down in the ground. And he said he didn't know he was going to do the rest of it today with his foot restored. He was really pleased when he got it done. Righto, let's sew this on here. Hope I don't go over the time on this. Might have to show you how I put it in the next video, eh? Oh, pussycat. Really? He might be outside, my hubby, but then he usually doesn't shut him out. He wouldn't shut him out of the lounge room. He must be thinking I'm talking to him. No, he just wants to be where we are. He's used to being around us. And you know what? And then if we're both sitting down in there watching television or something, or quietly doing on the computer or something, he'll want to go out then, if we let him in. As soon as you guys are both in the same place, he'll leave. He does. Definitely like a child. Just like a child. Okay. This one here, this cover, this piece of fabric, I think is a lot wider than the other one that I did. Now I've made a hole in my finger, that's alright. As long as it doesn't... Poor old hand's a bit wrinkly today. I usually have got a lot of fluid, but I'm a bit wrinkly today. Well, at least I think I have been, because I've noticed today that I'm a bit wrinkly. More so than usual. Come on, one more stitch. There we go. Yeah. Right, another piece. I'm going to put this piece on here. I've got a pocket there. I have, and I'm going to put that underneath it because I don't want to use. Well, I could cover that up, couldn't I? You probably don't want me to be reading it, do you, maybe? Because, I don't know, it's upside down, Sonya. Don't do that. Somebody yelled that out, didn't they? They said, Sonya, don't do that, it's upside down. I'll just put this under here, where it is. Are they both right now? Yes. Oh, thank you girls for telling me about the dye. Wow, I'm so pleased about that. Why do I show you this if you can't remember? For anybody that didn't see this, and you know what? I probably bought it because that's what it was, truth be known. And didn't know then because it took that long to get here. I forgot what it was. And that's hang on a minute, can't get it. Where are you? Look, they're spools, aren't they? Brilliant. Now I'm going to have to go madly cutting out because you wrap your stuff around there. Hey, I'll leave them there. Just for thank you for everybody that told me about that. They are flesh spool, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was written on where I got them because it wasn't on the packet or anything. And that's why I bought it and then forgot what it was. Because look, it hangs up if you want to. If you want to hang them up. But then I'd have to go and cut out a few, won't I? Better put them back where they were. That's a good idea. Now, so thank you for that. Now, the one that had the dye that had the apples and that on it, somebody said something about running it through an embossing thing. And I can't work out how I would be doing that because it's a cutting out thing, isn't it? I don't know. I'm just sorry. I just can't figure out that how to do that. Somebody said something about putting it through an embossing, but it's not embossing. It's cutting it. I mean, I know that had them extra bits on the inside. Diane said the same thing as somebody else. Two ladies said this to me about did I run it through the embossing, and I don't understand what that means. I know what you do with the embossing folder, you put it through stuff, don't you? You know, it goes through your big shot, your embossing folder. But how would why would I don't understand what you use. You must use something else. Because it still would cut it out, but it doesn't emboss it. It has, actually, the bananas had tiny little bits on them, specks that you could nearly see, you know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, sorry, but I was on the last video I did about just hanging out with this or something. Okay, this must be pretty much hanging out too. It's been selling paper here, but that's okay. This will be done. This is a lot easier for me than figuring out what pages to put where, you know, it really is. So if I got 7, I like 7, good number 7. Right, now I've got 7. Whoops. All I have to do is make sure that I put it in the right way too when I go to sew it in, and make sure they're up the right way. That one is. I think I'll be able to do some really cool stuff with this. Don't you reckon? Might be able to do some really cool stuff. What have I got here? It's a bit wonky, is it? No, it's all right. Yeah, hold it. Hold your mouth properly and put it back down. It's fine. Upside down. And this one here. Very good. Now I'll have to figure out how they're going to go still, and then I'll have to sew them in. Okay. So if you want to do this and see what happens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Hey? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought I had 7. It doesn't matter if I got 8. I can't count. Okay, so this to me now is going to be fun. So that's 4 eighths. Only 32. But that's all right. It's going to be amazing, isn't it, when I'm finished? I don't think I'll put any more together. I suppose I could, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But I'm going to come back in and show you how it went together. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.